With every LMS buyer that I help find the right learning management system, we always have a discussion about the difference between authoring tool content creation and LMS content creation. So, what's the difference? Well, the main difference is that authoring tools have been around for a long time. They're in their third decade. They're a mature tool that's designed specifically for creating online content. Most of those tools were created before the age of the internet and had to port, or rather the cloud even, and had to port their solutions first from CD-ROMs and local solutions into the cloud and now into mobile as part of their solution. So through those transitions, it wasn't necessarily smooth, and the applications have gotten really big and bulky and complicated. In 1996, I got a degree, a master's degree in instructional technology, where I learned how to use authoring tools and have off and on been using them for 25 years. But as part of this project, I was researching them again and getting into them, and they're just difficult to use. There's a really long, sophisticated learning curve to be able to create the best content. But when you have that content can then be played in XYZ LMS or ABC LMS, or your employee LMS and your customer LMS. It's portable. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons, biggest pros of using a third party authoring tool is that that content can always be moved somewhere else. Conversely, LMS content creation is a relatively new feature set. LMSs always were agnostic, which meant that they would run content, any third party content or content developed in any third party tool. And that way they could really support anything in each and every client cycle. And they still all can to some degree. But content creation is the ability to generally skip the authoring tool, if not in all cases, in a lot of cases, and just create the content directly within the LMS. Use the same concept of interactive pages of content, static pages of content or interactivity, games or different practice activities you use or different interactive ways that you could display clickable graphics, display the information. So a more sophisticated way than just putting text on a page. Those pages of content can then be interspersed with other objects already in the LMS, creating, in essence, custom e-learning projects from within the LMS. But one other pro there is that the line is blurred between the LMS and the authoring tools. So for marketing purposes or opening up something for a free lesson or an example lesson, or really doing sophisticated things that aren't necessarily standards based, SCORM or XAPI, are all possible if you author locally content. Which is better, authoring within your LMS or authoring externally? I don't know if there's a right answer. I think there's situations to do it for both. I know that in this project with the talented learning member content and these micro lessons, I chose to develop the content within the learning management system for speed and for marketing purposes versus using a third party authoring tool.